Dark clouds hang heavy over a battlefield ablaze, the air thick with smoke and the smell of cordite. Without warning, the ground trembles as explosions rip through the earth, sending tremors through your very bones. Soldiers, their faces masks of grim determination, scramble through a hellscape of mud and fire, their boots sinking into the blood-soaked ground. A commander's voice, raw and desperate, cuts through the din. Move, move, move. The air itself seems to tear apart as bullets slice through the space between men. A tank, a monstrous beast of steel, lurches forward, its heavy treads crushing debris and the remnants of what once was. From the hills, the enemy answers with a relentless barrage of their own gunfire. A soldier cries out, a sharp, piercing sound that is swallowed by the chaos as he falls. A medic, braving the storm of lead, rushes to his side. "I've got you. Stay awake." He pleads, his hands working furiously to stem the flow of life. Mortar rained down from the sky, a deadly, indiscriminate shower of hellfire. The ground erupts beside a trench, throwing dirt and shrapnel into the air. Panic begins to set in. We're surrounded. A young soldier screams, his eyes wide with terror. But the commander's resolve is iron. Hold the line. He roars, his voice a beacon in the storm. The rhythmic, deadly chatter of machine guns opens up, a continuous stream of fire holding back the tide. Through the swirling smoke, enemy soldiers emerge like specters, charging forward with a primal yell. The distance closes, and the battle descends into brutal, intimate hand-to-hand combat. The metallic clash of knives rings out, a grim symphony of death. A rifle, but connects with a helmet in a sickening crunch. The dirt, already stained, drinks more blood, for our brothers. A soldier cries, his voice a mix of fury and grief, as he fights with the strength of a man who has nothing left to lose. Grenades are lobbed into bunkers, their explosions tearing the fortified positions apart in massive fireballs. Screams, both of pain and defiance, echo across the desolate field, a haunting chorus of war. Above, the roar of warplanes fills the sky, their engines a promise of more destruction. Bombs whistle on their descent, each one shaking the very heavens before they detonate, causing buildings to collapse in on themselves like tired giants consumed by flames. From the skeletal remains of ruined towers, snipers take their deadly aim. "Enemy sniper! Down!" a soldier shouts, the warning coming just in time. A bullet zips past the commander's head, so close he can feel the heat of its passage. Without a moment's hesitation, he returns fire, his face a mask of cold fury. The radio on his hip crackles, a voice distorted by static delivering a message of despair. "Backup is not coming. I repeat, backup is not coming." A silence falls, more profound and terrifying than the loudest explosion. The chaos seems to hold its breath. In that moment of quiet dread, the soldiers look at one another. No words are needed. Their eyes share a silent pact, a shared understanding of what must be done. The commander breaks the stillness, his voice low but filled with unshakable resolve. "Then we finish this ourselves." With a unified, guttural roar, they charge. They are no longer just soldiers. They are an embodiment of defiance, a single wave of humanity pushing against an overwhelming force. The night is lit by the muzzle flashes of their guns, a frantic, beautiful, and deadly light show. A tank erupts in a massive fireball, its shell cracking open and sending shrapnel flying in every direction like a deadly metal rain. Amid the inferno, one soldier grabs another, pulling him from the licking flames. "Don't you die here," he yells, his voice raw with emotion. Slowly, impossibly, the enemy line begins to falter. They waver, then break. The final, sporadic shots are fired, their echoes fading into the night. And then, an almost unnatural quiet descends upon the battlefield. Smoke drifts lazily across the field of fallen, a gray shroud covering the cost of this victory. The survivors stand, scattered and broken, among the bodies of their comrades and their foes. The commander, his shoulders slumping for the first time, whispers to no one in particular, "It's over." As if on cue, a tattered flag, pierced by bullets, begins to wave defiantly in the wind. Medics, the angels of the battlefield, rush in, their work just beginning. Through the thick smoke, the first rays of the sun begin to break, painting the sky in hues of orange and red. The faces of the living are etched with a complex mixture of pain, grief, and the hollow triumph of survival. They whisper the names of the dead, a quiet, sacred litany. War takes everything. It steals futures, shatters families, and scars the land and the soul. It demands a price that can never truly be paid. But even in the deepest darkness, in the face of absolute despair, something else remains: courage. It is the light that refuses to be extinguished, the unbreakable spirit that drives ordinary people to do extraordinary things. It is the legacy left behind on the silent battlefield, a testament to those who fought, those who fell, and those who survived to remember.